Hey friends, welcome back for lesson 4, the organized healthy kitchen. All right, let's get started. The secret to creating more nourishing meals is simple. You need a healthy, organized kitchen. If the cupboard is bare, you are far more likely to order takeout or hit a drive-through, right? Like, doesn't that make sense? That's what I always do. So in this week's lesson, we will cover the steps to take to achieve a clutter-free, organized, and well-stocked kitchen. We will also cover some simple meal planning ideas to help you spend less time in the kitchen and save money too. Step 1, clear the clutter. Just like we did when we set goals at the start of this program, we first need to clear away the clutter in your kitchen. Clutter mostly includes food items that are out of date, spoiled, or not healthy choices. Kitchen drawers that have broken utensils, more than one can opener, or too crowded so that you can't find anything that's in there. Cupboards that have toxic pots and pans that are overcrowded or have tools that don't work or that you never use. And counter space, not having enough room to prepare food, hinders you from preparing food. It may also be that you need to rearrange where you store things in your kitchen to make it work so you have a better workflow. Before you do a complete kitchen remodel, though, just focus on the process that we will take you through in the workbook. And remember, a healthy, organized kitchen is a constant work in progress. And the more that you start making your meals at home, the more you're going to be able to refine that workflow and your workspace. Step 2, your equipment matters. Ensuring that you have the right utensils and equipment will make a big difference. So buy the best quality that you can afford, and they will last a lifetime. You want to find toxic-free tools. And I think most people have heard and most people realize how important what your utensils, pots, and pans are made from really is. Some plastics and materials like Teflon can be quite harmful, and they really don't have any place near your food. So take stock of your kitchen equipment and replace as much as you can with safer materials. So for pots and pans and roasting dishes, those should be stainless steel, enamel, cast iron, or hard anodized pans. No Teflon. Dishes can be glass, ceramics, Pyrex, and utensils should be wooden or stainless steel. Avoid anything plastic, as when it heats up, it could leach into your food. Plates, cups, glasses, etc. Please avoid plastic equipment. There is a full list in your handout covering the most useful equipment to have in your kitchen. All right, step 3 is going to be to stock your pantry, fridge, and freezer with these healthy staples. It makes sense to have only nourishing, nutrient-dense, healthy ingredients in your house. It makes it much easier to prepare wholesome meals. So hit the grocery stores with a list of staples in your hand, and then you're ready to increase the quality of your meals. And my suggestion is that you do not go to the grocery store while you're hungry, because you're going to be tempted to buy those things that aren't on your list, number 1, that probably aren't the healthiest, number 2. And you also want to take inventory of what you already have in your house, and so that you are not duplicating staples that you have, so that everything gets used and nothing goes to waste. So step 4 is meal planning and prepping. Meal planning. So you want to take the time to plan out your meals. It means that you'll not only save time through the week, you're also less likely to find yourself starving at dinner time with nothing to eat and then ordering pizza, right? That's what I do. Start with dinner. Pick a day to be your meal planning day, and write out a list of the meals that you'll have and leave it on the fridge so that everybody in the house knows what to expect for the next upcoming meals. Pick things that are quick and easy, and go for variety so you don't get bored. Also, Find some favorites in there. Make sure that the things are tasty, so you're going to want to eat those meals, sometimes on repeat, which is absolutely fine. Write out your shopping list while you check to see what you have on hand and what you need to buy. Then head out to the store and buy what you need. Batch cooking. So the only way that my family survives the busy work week is to batch cook our meals, which just means that we double or even triple up on quantities so that we either have leftovers the next night or we freeze portions for another time when we don't have to cook. There is no feeling more satisfied than walking in the door late, knowing that dinner is already cooked and all you have to do is just heat it up. That's a win, right? That's a win in my book. The types of meals that are best suited for batch cooking are going to be things like soups, curries, casseroles, sauces, those kinds of things. And then you want to pre-cook your foods. So you can save time by cooking starches, if that's something that you include in your diet, like quinoa or sweet potatoes ahead of time and storing them in the fridge for 3 to 5 days. Just add a little bit of water when you reheat them and only reheat them once. Chop your vegetables. You can also you can also chop up all your vegetables ahead of time, storing them in an airtight container in the fridge or even in the freezer. I always have a packet of frozen peas and frozen spinach. Actually, I have frozen kale in my freezer too for emergency meals. So when you think that you have things covered and maybe you don't, so that you can throw something together. So your action steps are going to be use the lists in your organized healthy kitchen guide to clear the clutter and restock your pantry and kitchen. All right, we'll see you next week.